Hello students, today we will start learning endoplasmic reticulum and other organelles. Students, this is red blood cells. Do you see it is thin at center? Why? Because when the red cell becomes mature, it loses its nucleus and other organelles. So as a result, it becomes thin at the center and thick at the edges. Such shape helps them to carry oxygen because these cells are having in large quantity hemoglobin. Hemoglobin means what? Heme and globin are the two types of proteins which together makes hemoglobin. The main function of hemoglobin is to attract oxygen from the air. So in order to carry large quantity of oxygen, they possess hemoglobin in large quantity. That's why RBC loses nucleus and other organelles. So for this purpose. Understood? See students, these are the sieve tubes present in the tissue phloem of woody plants. The plants phloem is a kind of tissue which carry food material from leaves to other parts of the plant. So for this purpose, sieve tube also loses their nucleus and become hollow from inside. So it becomes easy for them for the transportation of the food. So their activity is coordinated or controlled by companion cell. See, around that sieve tube we can see companion cells and they are having nucleus. Students, we'll start learning next organelle, endoplasmic reticulum. It is, see the structure of endoplasmic reticulum. It starts from nuclear membrane. So the endoplasmic reticulum close to the nuclear membrane is having ribosomes. So due to the presence of ribosomes, this endoplasmic reticulum is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum, while the endoplasmic reticulum without ribosome is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So this diagram is easy to draw, so we'll draw like this. This endoplasmic reticulum, it starts from nuclear membrane and it is continuous up to plasma membrane or cell membrane. It gives support to the cell, this endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Now this granular structure, they are called as ribosomes. When endoplasmic reticulum is having ribosomes, this endoplasmic reticulum is involved in protein synthesis. Now it is made up of many tubules and sheets. So it is having, these tubules are filled with leaf fluids, and it is with these fluids is useful for protein synthesis. And when the endoplasmic reticulum is not having ribosomes, this endoplasmic reticulum is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It is involved in lipid synthesis, steroids. Okay. Now when proteins are synthesized, it transports this protein to its destinations. So this endoplasmic reticulum, it performs many functions. First, to give support to the cell. It is a framework of the cell. It conducts proteins, and when toxins enters into the body through air, water and food, so the cells of the liver, their endoplasmic reticulum is of that cell detoxifies these poisonous substances, and then they flushed out these substances, they flushed out of the body. Now next organelle, Golgi complex. The next important organelle of the cell is Golgi complex. It is also known by another name, Golgi compound. Sir Camillo Golgi, he found this Golgi complex for the first time. So he developed the staining technique called as black reaction, and with the help of it he studied nervous system. And for this discovery he got Nobel Prize in 1906. This Golgi complex perform various functions and we'll understand one by one with diagram. Let's start. Now we'll understand Golgi complex. Now see, these are the flat sacs which are placed parallel to each other. So these sacs are called as cisternae. There are near about 5 to 8 sacs in Golgi complex. Okay, in Golgi complex. This Golgi complex is having two phases. One is cis phase, one is trans phase. This cis phase is close to endoplasmic reticulum. Now this is the endoplasmic reticulum. It is having ribosome, so it is rough endoplasmic reticulum. It is not having ribosome, so it is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now Golgi complex is close near to the endoplasmic reticulum. There are 5 to 6 cisternae. I am drawing for you only, and I will show you only 3 cisternae which are parallel to each other. Now these proteins, now this is a gap between endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex. So these proteins, they sit inside the vesicle and they are having some enzymes. They travels from endoplasmic reticulum to Golgi complex and they arrive at cis end of the Golgi complex. Now what happens here? They empty their content, the vesicles, which is filled with some enzymes or chemicals. It empty this content here, and then this vesicle, it starts entering from one cisternae to another, from one cisternae to another. In this way, it travels, these vesicles, they empty their content and travels from first to second, second to third, and they dip into each cisternae. These cisternae, they are filled with different fluids, which and when these vesicles, they dipped inside these fluids, they get enriched with different to perform different functions. Now when they reach at trans phase, what happens here? They again means these vesicles, which are now chemically modified, these are dispatched by Golgi complex to different destinations in the cells. Suppose this vesicle is having proteins and lipids, that is called as lipoproteins. It goes to the cell membrane and become a part of cell membrane. Suppose this vesicle is modified with enzymes which can digest different substances. It goes to the lysosome and become a part of the lysosome. So from this we can say that Golgi complex is a secretory organ of the cell because it have many cisternae and it secretes chemicals. So we'll understand functions one by one. Golgi complex is the secretory organ of the cell that we learn. It modifies, sorts and packs materials synthesized in the cell, that is enzymes, mucus, proteins and pigments. And then it dispatches them to the various targets like plasma membrane, lysosome, etc. as I explained. It produces vacuoles and secretory vesicles, and last function is it helps in the formation of cell wall, plasma membrane and lysosomes. Now we'll learn about lysosomes. This cell organelle is called as lysosome. It is single membrane bound sacs. These lysosomes are filled with digestive enzymes which are dispatched by Golgi complex. Now, what are the functions of lysosomes? So, we'll understand one by one. First function is that immune system. It destroys viruses and bacteria that attack the cell. So, with the help of its enzymes, it destroys lysosomes. Then it is called as demolition squads because it is destroys or it destroys worn out cellular organelles, and also it digests organic debris, that is waste material formed there. So this process is called as autolysis. Again, these lysosomes are called as suicide bags because when a cell becomes old or when it gets damaged, lysosomes bursts and enzymes gets released. These enzymes digest their own cells. Hence, lysosomes are called as suicide bags. And during starvation, lysosomes digest stored proteins and fats. So, though it is very small organelles, but it performs various important functions. Students, here we are finishing today's part. We'll meet in next session. Till then, bye.